What's up, guys? I got a utility four-wheeler again. But you've already seen this if you've seen my last video. I bought this like 4 months ago, maybe even longer than that. All right, so this is my 2004 Arctic Cat 400 4x4. I've had this thing for about 4 or 5 months now. I bought this way back a couple videos ago with a Polaris Scrambler. I bought this for 500 bucks. And if you go back and watch that video, it was in a very, very sad state. So I ended up getting the other Polaris running, selling it, and then I started working on this, and this snowballed into a whole gigantic project. And I really wanted to film it. I started filming it, and then I realized, oh crap, I have a kid on the way. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get this thing done before he comes. I pretty much had two options: either film a super long video for a certain amount of months, because I don't make a lot of money. I make enough to get by, so I was buying parts here and there for this thing. And right now, I'm gonna put up the list of all the parts that I had to get for this. I'm not including labor because the labor was for me. Feel free to pause and, you know, see how much I spent. My wallet hurts. But I told myself I needed to get it done before my son is born. If I was to make a video, there's no way it would have been done in time. So I just decided to get the hammer down and get this thing done. I had this thing stripped to the frame. I took everything off except the engine. You can look at the list I just showed you and you can see everything I did. Rear CV axles, new muffler, well, new used muffler. God, stator, flywheel, handlebars, God, you name it. I've done so much to this thing to make it this nice again. It's running flawless. Now I'm back to having an older four-wheeler that's very simple. It only has 1,100 miles on it, which is actually pretty low for something this old. The only thing I'm missing now is I blew this decal off, unfortunately, while power washing, but I actually found a side panel on eBay for like 50 bucks that had the same exact decal as that side, so I just bought a whole new side panel because most of the things for this quad are discontinued, especially the decals and all that stuff. You can't get them unless you have somebody custom make them. That's the last thing I got on order. Other than that, the whole front end was rebuilt because the front end was wrecked. I'll put a picture up of what that looks like now. The whole front end was pushed in and I had to tweak the frame back. All the supports, everything up top, I had to rebend everything back straight as I could get it. The muffler was actually used for 100 bucks off eBay and it was missing the end cap. I took a piece of steel. If you can see, it's kind of, you know, not the cleanest. I cut out a thick piece of steel, welded it on the back, cleaned it all up, and I actually got the sandblasted. Got all that painted, so that's all new. Brand new rear CV axles, rear wheel bearings. I did the flywheel mod because all the magnets came off, so I put a new flywheel on it, new carburetor, air filter, you name it. I mean, everything mechanical has been gone through, fixed. And I also, because this is a 5-speed manual, I changed it. Usually, these have a pedal, they have another one back here. So you shift backwards to go forward, you know, go up in gear, and then shift forward to go shift down. But I hate a heel toe style. I can't stand heel toe shifters, it's just not my thing. So I took all this off. I actually got these sandblasted and painted these too, but I cut out a spot here for my foot and I changed it to where I welded on my own shifter foot. So it's got rubber on it now, it's in a different position. So now I can put my foot under, shift it like normal. Kind of, I like the Honda style because I used to have a Foreman. Change that, new speedometer cable. God, I can't even, it's too much talking to talk about how much time it took. But I was driving this thing around and I was looking back at old pictures of my Honda. I had some nice mud tires on it. I was looking to get a new set of tires for this thing anyway because, you know, these are the original, they're dry rotted. The back ones go flat in like not even 15 minutes. I aired them up just to drive it in the woods for this. So both of my friends, well actually one of my buddies, he has SUNF tires on his four-wheeler and I really like them. Plus the prices are good. So I went on SUNF's website and I found these. These are SUNF's A050s. Same tread pattern as a Mud Light, I'd say. But I was going between these and another set. There was a different, less aggressive set, but it was only up to a 25. I wanted to go a tiny bit bigger than the 25s on this. So these, the fronts are 26 by 9 by 12, and then the rears are 26 by 11 by 12. So they look kind of small now because they're not filled up, but they will look a whole lot better than the stock ones. And that one's not even a stock one. This one was replaced at some point. That's actually the factory one back there. But these are way wider in the rear, and they're gonna blow up a little bit taller than that one. That one's actually like a 26.5 size. It's some weird off-brand one. So thank you, SUNF, for making really nice tires that are really thick ply. I do like that. And these are gonna look sweet on this thing. I'm gonna get these loaded up in the truck. Tomorrow morning when I head to work, we'll get these things mounted on the rims. I'm just gonna take all 4 tires off at once and let this thing float on some jack stands. I mean, it was like that for months on end while I was working on it. Oh, I got 3 to fit. Had to put one back there. Now that's what I call beef. Okay, I'm much more happy now. That thing looks so much better. I think 26s are like the perfect size for a 400. They're not that heavy either. They're still pretty light, but they're a thick ply. But just look at the beef on the back of that. So much wider, it looks so much better. I could not be happier. The only thing I got coming on is my my temp light, my oil temp light is flickering. I don't know what that is, but man, I'm just over the moon at this point. This thing is exactly how I pictured it when I started working on it. And these tires just completely make it so much more easier to ride. The other ones were just, one side was bigger in the rear. I hear some clicking. I hope the rear differential's okay. But when I turn really sharp, I hear some clicking. And I shouldn't. I mean, the rear CV axles are brand new. So hopefully the rear's not messed up. If it is, I'll worry about it at a later date, because it's running, it's driving, it's usable. I can use it around the yard. I can work with it now, and it's just finally nice to have a 4-wheel drive utility 4-wheeler, and it's paid off. Like I said before, I've had new 4-wheelers. I had a 2021 Honda Rancher 420. The green one I showed you earlier in the video, that was a 2023, I think, Foreman 520. And it's just nice not having a 4-wheeler payment. I don't make that much money, and trying to get by with paying for a truck, insurance, a house, toy payments, 4-wheeler payments, it's just too much. So it's nice having my KFX, which that's been paid off forever. I bought that thing straight cash. And then this thing, all together, minus the labor, I'm not counting that because I ain't ever getting it back, is about $2,000 even. To be exact, it's $1,997, which is funny enough, the year I was born. So maybe it was meant to be, I don't know. 1997, who knows? Well, thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate you checking out my videos. I wish I had a build series on this, but all in all, I'm glad you guys get to see it. It's done. It's definitely going to stick around for a while because I really don't want to go buy a new one anytime soon. Maybe I'll hit the lottery, but that'll probably never happen. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you soon, hopefully. See ya.